It's a pack.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Cool, thank you.
And then the other thing is
Good. That one too?
Yeah, it doesn't auto, you gotta manually go live then,
what you want to.
We had the manually go live?
which is fine.
Alright. Hello?
No? There he is. How are you doing? Oh, where's yours?
I'm gonna use the manual one.
Sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you down one?
I guess so.
We're down two.
Down
Our
two?
IT department's been hitting it hard this week here, so
They're old. We need new ones.
everything has been going to fritz. Go back to pen and paper. Dial phones.
One, two, three, two.
Yeah. I realized how tough texting was.
You're working too hard for one.
Yeah. 4 digits to get the letter you want.
Might bring it up when you get close.
Typing class, 32 words a minute, and half were spelled wrong.
But you have 32 words.
That's all on the damn manual typewriters, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then the little
Then
kids get locked up
Then
once in a while.
mid-year, they switched the football team over to the electrics.
Yeah.
Not on film yet, all right. Troy, how's the weather up there?
Yes, wonderful.
I don't want to talk about it.
Almost took your breath away, didn't it?
Yesterday I got the job and it was a skating rink. At least that's gone today.
Couldn't believe Kenosha in that area got 13 inches.
Yeah.
Crazy. Okay, 7 o'clock, I'll call this common council meeting to order. Will you please rise for the pledge of allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Clerk, call roll, please.
Chapman.
Here.
Evans.
Here.
Foodie. Here. Justman.
Here.
Lee.
Here.
Rungy.
Here. First item of business is agenda approval. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Motion by Foodie,
Second.
second by Justman. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Approve minutes of previous meetings. Is there a motion to that effect? Motion by Chapman,
Second.
second by Foodie. Any further discussions, questions, or comments on all? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Approve minutes of intervening meetings. Is there a motion to that effect?
So moved.
Motion by Justman,
Second.
second by Rungy. Any further discussion on those? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Public comment regarding agenda items. The record showed there is nobody here wishing to speak. Communications, anything from the clerk's office? Nothing from my end of things other than the fact that
Some of the mop-up work for warranty work, I guess some cracked concrete is being handled on East Oak Street by Rennoc Construction right now. Some of the punch list items that MSA gave them. So that's pretty much getting wrapped up. Other than that, approved payments of bills. Checks for $357,911.71. Electronic transfers of $223,309.76. Is there a motion to approve the payment of bills?
So moved.
Motion by Runge,
Second.
second by Justman. Any further discussion on those? Roll call vote, please.
Runge,
Aye.
Justman,
Aye.
Chapman,
Aye.
Evans,
Aye.
Foodie. Aye. Lee.
Aye.
Payments of bills has been approved. Reports of officials. We have a celebrity in the house here tonight. Janice? Would you come forward, please? Chief Beal?
Right over there in the center.
Right in the middle.
Yeah.
Right in the middle. Janice, for your dedicated service to the city of Juneau, I'm pleased to present you with this plaque for your service from 2011 to 2025 as being crossing guard.
Very good.
Appreciated your service, and I'll let the chief speak on what a good employee you were.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
That's right. I don't think there was too many days that you ever missed.
Only days they gave us off.
Yeah, and this cold weather, the last few days is a reminder of how dedicated you were to always be out there for the
I said,
safety of the kids.
I told myself, boy, I'm glad I'm home, but then I said, no, I miss it.
There you go.
But no, we greatly appreciate you. You're a person that's well respected in the community, and I know a lot of families, kids were touched by your presence every day.
Appreciate you saying that. I just hope I get myself straightened out and come back.
Oh, jeez.
There you go.
Well, then I can't give you this yet.
That's why I didn't stay in.
There you
You have
go.
another 20 years in you.
Well, I always plan to live to 100, so we'll see.
Thank you, young lady, very much.
But yeah, we
Thank you.
greatly appreciate what you did.
Well, you're
for
good,
the
Chief.
Safety of the children.
Well, I had some good ones, and I had one that I done for 8 years.
You got to see them from start to finish.
Yeah, what kind of a young man he turned out to be.
Yeah.
It's nice to see little kids go to school. So happy.
Yeah.
That's what I want, the most little ones.
Okay, well, again,
What do you think?
we appreciate it.
Thank you. Can I go home?
You can. Go work tomorrow.
No, I didn't know if you were meant to stay or not.
Well, if you want to enjoy the meeting.
Take care.
Okay. Move on, resolution 47, 2025, approved letter of support for the Friends of the Juneau Public Library, library grant submission to the Beaver Dam Area Community Foundation. Jane, would you like to read that?
Sure.
Because I don't have that.
Resolution 47, 2025, approved letter of support for Friends of the Juneau Public Library grant submission to the Beaver Dam Area Community Foundation. Whereas the Friends of the Juneau Public Library have reviewed information from the Beaver Dam Area Community Foundation to apply for a grant on behalf of the city of Juneau. And whereas the Friends of the Juneau Public Library would like to incorporate a story walk on the Wild Goose Trail. And whereas the library board director recommends that the Friends of the Juneau Public Library apply for and accept the grant on the city of Juneau's behalf. Now therefore be it resolved that the common council of the city of Juneau accepts the aforementioned recommendation passed by the common council of the city of Juneau this 11th day of November, 2025. I recommend approval of resolution 47, 2025.
Motion by Foodie, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Runge. Further discussion? Connie, you want to chime in on this one, or?
No, I think we've had several go-arounds on the proposed project, and so the fact that we have the council support for the Friends to submit that grant and attach all those partnerships that we're developing, hopefully will put us in the positive column for receiving the grant, so. thank you.
Super.
Yeah.
Any questions? Seeing none, roll call vote please.
Foodie,
Aye.
Rungy,
Aye.
Chapman,
Aye.
Evans,
Aye.
Justman,
Aye.
Lee.
Aye.
Resolution 47, 2025 is passed. Clerk treasurer, anything to report? Moving on to written reports, we have building permit report, the police department report, Juneau Fire and Rescue report, Juneau EMS report. Any questions on any of them? Seeing none, we'll move on to reports of committees, commissions, and boards. Library board, Connie.
Our Friends group is holding a used book sale currently now until through Saturday. So if you need some used books for your bookshelves, please stop by and grab a bag full. We're also preparing for the Chambers Parade of Trees event. The trees are all going to be set up this weekend and then decorated through the end of November. And then the open house will be on December 6th, which is a Saturday this year, from 9 until noon. So it's a little bit different day of the week and time. An attempt to attract more people. We'll also be partnering with Future All Stars Academy for a family fun event on December 13th, which is also Saturday. And then they did attend a library conference at the end of October and got some good insight into how to make our website compliant with the new ADA requirements. Ordination 2026-27. Some good tips on library policy implementation, and then really thoughtful way on how we can reorganize our children's collection to better meet parent and teacher needs, sorting by thematic groups instead of by author. So we'll be looking to implement that change moving into 2026.
Thank you, Connie. Any questions from the board? Seeing none. Moving on. Plan commission.
So we met with David and Donna Woyak. They own a well drilling business over by North Prairie, and their current facility is getting too small for them. So they want to set up a different location at 225 Short Street. It sounds like they have one of their employees lives in Clyman, so it kind of works out nice for them. It's kind of like something like they're going to start like material up there, well casing and stuff like that. Drilling trucks, some trailers and stuff, and seems like a perfect site for them. Basically, we asked them to put up a 6-foot fence around the area, kind of to, keep their stuff safe and yet kind of not a hindrance to everybody else. We gave them a year to put that fence up and asked them to combine there's 2 lots there they're getting, so we asked them to combine them, and that's pretty much it for that. That's actually really it for the meeting. So
Questions for Troy?
What was the name of the people that, for the well drilling business?
Donna and David Woyak. I don't have the name of their company though. I don't remember that being on the.
Kayla, you remember?
No, I only had it in my email. I think it was a well drilling or something, wasn't it?
Something will.
Yeah, I don't know if it was Woyak built. I don't know.
What was their last name or whatever?
I don't remember seeing it.
Ours is one.
Bottom line is they're established and they thought this property was gonna work great for them, so keep it on our tax rolls. No other questions? Move on. Finance committee, Richard.
At a meeting, Megan went over the 2026 budget proposal with the committee and we approved it. And there will be a public hearing on Tuesday, November 25th at 6 p.m. where the council will be asked to approve it. And other than that, our meeting resulted in a 3 resolutions. So I guess I'll go with those. The first one was the fee schedule resolution, and that's updated every year and approved every year. So here's resolution 48-2025, resolution to approve the 2026 city fee schedule. Whereas the finance committee has reviewed updating the city fee schedule for 2026
And whereas the finance committee recommends that the attached exhibit A fee schedule be approved. Now therefore be it resolved that the common council of the city of Juneau accepts the aforementioned recommendation passed by the common council of the city of Juneau this 11th day of November 2025. I would motion for passage of resolution 48-2025.
By Evans, or a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Chapman. Further discussion?
I know I voiced concern kind of about the finance, I voted for it anyways, but, the two that stand out at me is the snow removal, second offense, third offense, noxious weed removal, second offense, third offense. I know it gets old, having to go back to these places. I just don't know what everybody else thinks about maybe bringing it down $100 or so. That's up to everybody else. I'm just commenting on it, see what everybody else thinks.
Questions, comments, concerns?
I know we talked about it, because this came out of, Public Works. And, there was, concern that most of the, at $100, at $200, if, it probably doesn't cover our labor and everything else that we have out there. And, some of those stuff that they've done in some of the places, they ended up having to have to come back and go home and, get back to the shop and wash their clothes up and, shoes and everything else. And, they lose their time working from that and everything else. And I think we all kind of agreed that it was a pretty, it was a fair price for the amount of time that we have to have, 2, 3, probably they had 4 people out there. I think it was.
And I know the concern is that it was probably cheaper to let the city just cite you for it and let them do it.
Yeah.
I just hope that we're justifying our costs when it gets up to the $400-600 range.
Well, the problem is, the people that do this usually are absentee landlords. And, they end up, Joe explained it to us, they're just writing it off anyway. The city does it and it's cheaper for them, and it's cheaper for them than have the city do it.
Right, and I know that's what the concern was.
Yeah, so.
I only raised it to see what everybody else thought.
Other comments? Seeing none? We have a motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Evans,
Aye.
Chapman,
Aye.
Foodie,
Aye.
Justman,
Aye.
Lee,
Aye.
Rungy.
Aye.
Resolution 48-2025 is passed.
Okay, the next resolution has to do with our revolving line of credit. We take this out every year and it's for emergency use only. As far as I know, it's never been used, but we have it just in case. So resolution 49-2025, approve renewing revolving line of credit in the amount of $250,000. Whereas the finance committee has reviewed the line of credit required for short-term purposes as shown in exhibit A. And whereas the finance committee recommends renewing the revolving line of credit with Farmers and Merchants Union Bank with terms in the amount of $250,000 for 1 year at an interest rate of 5.25% with no renewal fee. And now therefore be resolved that the common council of the city of Juneau accepts the aforementioned recommendation passed by the common council of the city of Juneau this 11th day of November 2025. I move for passage of resolution 49-2025.
Second.
Motion by Evans, second by Foodie. Any further discussion on these? On this? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Evans,
Aye.
Foodie,
Aye.
Chapman,
Aye.
Justman,
Aye.
Lee,
Aye.
Rungy.
Aye.
Resolution 49-2025 is passed.
Okay, the next resolution is actually an amendment to a past resolution. We've amended this resolution. I think this is the 6th time. But we're gonna do it one more time. And Police Chief Beal asked to reallocate funds that were budgeted for radios and pagers. The county is switching to a different radio type in the near future, and he doesn't want to purchase any radios right now until he knows what's going to be needed. Therefore, he wanted to take the radios off of the budget and add another taser. So we need to amend this resolution. Read it. Resolution 23-2024 amended. Approve capital requests using 2024 general obligation debt funds. Whereas the Finance Committee has reviewed quotes for each department's capital requests, and whereas the Finance Committee recommends approving the following requests, they all remain the same except for the third from the bottom that says tasers and pagers for emergency management. Print 10, I don't know if that's correct. Probably not, huh?
There was 10 pagers that have been,
Okay, pagers 10, okay. And then the amount says $13,252.30, but I think that real amount should be $10,110.94 when we take the radios off and the one taser on, the difference in the price that you gave us at the finance meeting.
so the 10 pagers were purchased, which was different than the quote because they're just slightly higher. Still falls within that range that was allocated. And then you subtract the 6 radios. And there's about $6,000 left from the purchase of the radios. And then there'd be about 3,000 allocated towards the taser, and then the remaining would come back to the. I don't have the exact number.
Well, the numbers that you gave us.
Yeah.
The numbers that you gave us would result in $10,110.94. So, whereas the Finance Committee recommends using the 2024 general obligation debt funds towards the approved listed items, now therefore be a result that the Common Council of the City of Juneau accepts the aforementioned recommendation passed by the Common Council of the City of Juneau this 11th day of November 2025. I move for passage of Resolution 23-2024 amended.
I'll second that.
Motion by Evans, second by Chapman. Further discussion.
Okay, so I wanna make sure we got this right. The $13,252.30, is that the correct figure?
No,
Then we have to amend.
I think what it is though, that dollar amount is there because it, instead of, it used to say, radios and now
used to-
you're replacing radios with tasers, so the total amount is still the same.
no, it's not, because
For the radios,
The
or for the
radios-
tasers
the
and,
radio's taken off at $13,252.30. And then you add back one taser that he's requesting, it turns out to be $10,110.94.
but what I'm saying, if you add the tasers and the pagers together, would that be the 13,252?
No.
It's not, okay.
There's another thing, if you look up above in
It
the
says
middle, it says
tasers
tasers. So that tasers is different from this extra taser that he's asking for.
Okay,
So like Jim was saying, then it should be
then
10,000.
we have to amend it to the 10,000.
I think that's what he was
That's what-
trying to
that was
say.
part of my-
He
that
was
part of
motioning
my
to
motion.
amend to 10,000.
Yeah.
All right,
That's why I cited that number during the motion.
okay.
Okay? Everybody understand?
So it's 10,000,
$10,110.94.
and that amount is for the tasers and the pagers? Or just?
Yes, the tasers and the pagers.
Okay.
Yes.
No other further discussion, I'll ask for a roll call vote, please.
Evans,
Aye.
Chapman,
Aye.
Foodie,
Aye.
Justman,
Aye.
Lee,
Aye.
Runge.
Aye.
Resolution 23-2024 has been approved. Questions for Dick from finance? Moving on to personnel.
Personnel, I'm gonna hand off to Bob so he gets a chance to talk.
Okay, we did meet. We had a closed session, to talk about some disciplinary action. We went back into open session and we talked about chief deputy job description. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all we covered in there.
Rob? Okay, moving on, public safety, Jane.
Public safety did meet, and we will be approving the 2026 Dodge County Humane Society contract. EMS had 37 calls for September. Fire department had 14 calls for the month, for a total of 121 so far this year. The job description for the deputy chief position was approved and forwarded to personnel. Emergency government reported that we had 3 of the 4 signs, those speed signs that you see in town now. A new water heater has been installed in the public safety building, and a tornado siren for North Main Street is expected to be installed within the first 2 weeks of November. And I have one resolution, resolution number 50, 2025. Resolution to approve Dodge County Humane Society contract for 2026. Whereas the Public Safety Committee has reviewed the renewal of the Dodge County Humane Society Inc. contract. And whereas the Public Safety Committee has reviewed an option for paying for 10 domestic strays for $2,900 plus $400 per dog for additional dogs over 10. And whereas a $100 pickup charge during normal business hours, $200 after hours. And whereas the Public Safety Committee recommends that the attached contract identified as Exhibit A be approved. Now therefore be it resolved that the Common Council of the City of Juneau accepts the aforementioned recommendation passed by the Common Council of the City of Juneau this 11th day of November 2025. I recommend passage of Resolution 50, 2025.
Motion by Fode, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Justman, further discussion? Pretty much routine contractors every year, so.
Yeah, if you look at it, it breaks it down. If we have less than 10, up to 10, over 20, you know, if you want to read the full contract. Has the hours and everything in here.
I guess I've been around for a while, I still remember when it was a 1-page contract.
Roll call vote, please.
Fode,
Aye.
Justman,
Aye.
Chapman,
Aye.
Evans,
Aye.
Lee,
Aye.
Rungy.
Aye.
Resolution 50, 2025 was passed.
We have our second reading of ordinance 275, 2025. Ordinance to amend City of Juneau Ordinance 2.28.010, Fire Department Organization. The Common Council of the City of Juneau ordains to amend Ordinance 2.28.101 to read as follows. I just recommend to dispense with the second reading and to approve Ordinance 275, 2025.
Motion, is there a second to that effect?
I'll second.
Motion by Fode, second by Chapman. Any further discussion?
What's the difference?
They are adding, basically, what part is it? Is it the bylaws for the fire department?
It was a state statute, so they could charge
The state
for
statute.
accidents.
E, pursuant to the authority granted under section. Oh, it's for vehicle accidents, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The charging for vehicle accidents.
Any other questions? Seeing none, we have a motion and a second, roll call vote, please.
Fode,
Aye.
Chapman,
Aye.
Evans,
Aye.
Justman,
Aye.
Lee,
Aye.
Rungy.
Aye.
Any other questions for public, or for public safety, Grant? Seeing none, moving on, Public Works, Jim.
Okay, Public Works. We already handled the fee schedules.
it was a quite longer list, and it's kind of interesting things some of these things that we never had fees for before, like mattress, box springs, some of that kind of stuff. We have a plethora of used mattresses in the city of Juneau.
Nice word for it. Nice word for it.
Yeah, and obviously they're not all ours because everybody had a new mattress like 3 times over in the last couple of years. So, and that's where that came from. And same thing with recliners and couches. So, obviously, yeah, the idea was if people are dropping things off that aren't from the city of Juneau, which it's to be expected, I guess, to an extent, but it was getting, especially when you had garbage pickup day and you saw the amount of mattresses also on the street. We go through a lot of mattresses here in Juneau, so be that as it may. We approved the the purchase of the Alto-Shaam in the community center. It's pretty much died. It's very, very old. There's some people that they think remember when we came in, but it was a long, long time ago. And we looked at a scratch and dent one, but that does not have a warranty. So we went with a purchase price of $10,725.66, and that was be able to come out of the budget for the community center. We talked about the purchase of a trailer by all the different departments in the city, and the DPW has their funds for that, but we approved the use of those, but that will not be probably purchased until 2026. Because Joe has that money in his budget, but it comes with the utilities, that they have to approve theirs for 2026, so it'll probably be purchased in 2026. We reviewed and discussed the culvert under County Road DF. As we can see, it has been missed on the agenda. We took it off of the meeting today. That was not going to be at 6 o'clock. We will have a meeting on the 17th, Monday the 17th at 6 o'clock to discuss, and hopefully Royce Nelson will be there and everybody else. And, we probably have to get the city engineers involved. And this has to do with the tiling of the farm that would be north and east of the park, and the house is up at the Wild Goose Park. And the Nulls want to tile that whole area up there, and there's a concern of which way the water's going to go, and who's going to be able to accept the water, and if there's enough drainage in our ditch to take it, or if we can go somewhere else with it, and can we get another property owner to approve it, that he's going to take some of the water. So I got a feeling this might not be one of the shorter meetings next Monday night. So I think if who's ever going to be there, I'd bring something to drink along, preferably water, non-alcoholic. Let's see. Okay, I have a couple more minor things here. Joe reported that the street sweeper had broken down. It was fixed. It seemed to be a minor repair that got done in a day or two. Most of the streets that I know, they've been sweeping the streets. And they got the Wild Goose Park and some of the other parks now cleaned up, and where they're working on winterizing. I think they are now all done with it. Joe told me the other day it's pretty much all done. And the road ratings, and that is for the state of Wisconsin, that kind of has to do with how much state aid we get for roads. And now that survey was all done by Joe, and it's all done and turned in. The last thing I got is East Center Street will be coming up in 2017. That's will be the next time we can borrow.
27.
20. Yeah, I'm sorry, 2027. Well, it's close enough.
We spent that money already.
Yeah, well, it's been one of those weeks I haven't slept much. Okay. Anyways, I contacted State Senator John Jagler's office, and I also had contacted the state rep. He's from the Iron Ridge area, and about some financing. And I guess if it is okay with everybody in the council, Mr. Jagler's office asked me to they can contact the State Department of Transportation, some other areas in the state to see what they can do to help us out with the financing of that road and the monies for that road. So they would like some written info, and if it's okay with everybody, I would do that. If anybody doesn't think it's all right, that's fine too, you know. But I know I presented to this group the county grant that they have, the county grant program. I was thinking, you know, probably have to apply for that next year, you know, or later next year for 2017. So they have money. I think this county put $1 million or $2 million away a year.
What's the criteria for that?
You just have to apply for it. Oh, that's it.
You have to go and you have to present your project, and all the communities come together and they present their projects, and then they pick the project that they wanna give the grant to, I think.
Right, but everybody's got, you know, they put it in and it has to do with community development of roads and that kind of thing, for basically roads. There'll be some for housing and other things, but it comes down to, you know, they have a select group of people that will look at that. And I can't remember the lady's name. I was at the conference. That was earlier in the year or so. But I think that one of the best options is going to be through us, is through Senator Jagler and our representative in the assembly. So if nobody minds, I was going to keep contacting them and write it up, and hopefully we'll find $1 million for us somewhere. So
Feelings?
and that's it.
I think that, I think it's fine if you do that as a private person,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be a council thing and something we should act on.
Review it and act on it.
I mean,
Is there any legal aspects we have to worry for? or-
Well, if it's gonna be a council thing, you need to have a meeting and act on it, and it needs to be properly noticed. Just having you talk to them, I think is fine. I think if anything, it's a positive because you might get the grant. I think you wanna be cognizant that it's, you wanna do everything to present it in the most favorable light, which of course you will do. So hopefully you get this. But I think it would be good if you figure out exactly what their criteria are so you can aim your presentation toward that, so we're more likely to get it.
Right.
And ultimately, if it appears that it is something that's gonna come to fruition, then it would need to come back before the
Right.
council, but it's a very good thing if we can get that.
Well, the county stuff, I gave a copy to Megan of the whole thing, and I have a copy of myself yet at home.
Mhm.
You know, there was, how do I say it, the larger communities in Dodge County were very well represented. The smaller, like us, since the villages weren't that, you know, they're not, you know, they had one person, or, you know, just like me, just one person from a committee, and that was about it when the county did theirs, so.
Any other questions, comments?
Yeah, what is an Alto sham?
Oh, I'm sorry, it's a, it's a cooker. It stands up and they can cook with it and you can keep food warm with it. And if you want, I can give you, I think I got one in a copy of it here somewhere. They have a couple different.
You hang a loin in it and it'll take like 8 to 10 hours for it to cook.
Yeah, here's some, if you want, there's
Cooks in a horizontal.
Interesting.
a picture of them. That's the scratch and dent ones like that we did. I think was a good idea because there's no warranty on it.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
It's like a cabinet.
it's a freestanding cabinet.
Yeah.
And
About 3 foot square,
I don't- it's-
6.5 feet tall.
is it plugged in or is that be hardwired?
And this unit looked like it's gonna have to be hardwired,
Okay.
but there was one there before.
Is it for smoking and cooking?
No, it's just for cooking and keeping warm. It's like a,
Chief
it's
Fields
kind of like a
does it.
portable oven, I guess you'd say. You know,
It's a design slow cooker.
yeah, that's, yeah, better way of putting it, yeah. So, yeah, it's, if you go down to Milwaukee there on Route 41 is that whole Alto Sham place where they make these. And,
Just about every supper club will have one that makes their prime rib and whatnot.
yeah. Yeah, I think they, well, a lot of places do because they're prime rib and stuff, they want to roast it slowly. Or they might want to sear it at the beginning and then take it down in temperature and just let it sit and it'll just keep it warm.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
The previous one, we didn't have one when the community center first opened. John Fabish era is when the first Alto Sham was put in there, and I'm thinking that's the one that's being replaced right
Yeah,
now.
it is.
But it didn't get hard to use, you know, but
Yeah.
they only last so long too, so.
Well, yeah, actually, yeah, well, that's gotta be, I bet it's gotta be 30 years old.
Back to Fabish, I know that,
Yeah.
that's how long ago. it
Yeah,
is. That's how
well,
many
it might
years
be
that
30,
goes.
36 years old.
Community center opened in 76.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Okay, any other questions? We'll move on. Cable TV, Jane.
Cable TV did not meet, but again, we have the live camera going with our new one and back up with the other one. And I got a little training tonight on how to put videos onto our website. It's, I can't believe how easy it was. So if you wanna go on our website, the City of Juneau website, we already have some videos out there. You wanna look at them? They're a little bit more accessible that way than searching for them on YouTube.
Is that in the cityofjuneau.net?
Cityofjuneau.net, yeah.
Okay.
Our official website. Go under agendas and minutes. There'll be a link for agenda, a link for minutes, and you'll see a little video. And council has two of them that we did quickly before the meeting.
Okay, good.
Anything else,
You're
Shane?
getting me there. No, that's everything.
Moving on, CDA, we had no meeting. Recreation committee.
We did meet, we talked about soccer, and the soccer Rage is requesting to use the field on Sundays instead of Saturdays to avoid scheduled conflicts with youth Rage soccer. And we'll play from mid-May through October. And they also asked for a memorial planting for Jenny Walter, as she was very active in the Rage soccer program and coaching and being on the subcommittee. So we approved the planting of a memorial tree with a plaque in memory of Jenny Walter. And we talked about trash collection from the Adult Soccer League, and that was taken care of. And we also discussed Friends of the Park Organization discussion for possibly upgrading some new equipment to replace old equipment that really needs to be taken out. Had our first youth basketball tournament this weekend, and I want to put out a personal thank you to Gail Amsler. With her, everything ran very smoothly, and I feel it was a success. I heard a lot of people say that they thought we had more people at this one than what we've had in the past, so everything ran very smoothly. Hunter made sure that we had everything set up ahead of time, and then Gail just took over and ran a very successful program. Other programs going on is flag football and Rage soccer. They only have a couple of weeks left, but it's been running well. 3rd through 8th grade basketball ended with 2 teams in the first, with the first games being October 25th. 3rd through 8th grade boys basketball registration is open with 5 registrations. And they had a pumpkin decorating event on October 22nd. There will be a Thanksgiving turkey making craft on November 20th. And the Lions Club is also maybe a playground possibility that Director Karnitz and Joe Lidkey are also talking for a possible. Lions Club would like to fundraise for all-inclusive handicap accessible playground equipment to be put on the city park too. So there's discussions going with that. And that's all I have for recreation.
Did he look into any grants for that?
Hunter will also do that too. But you know, towards the end of the year, most of your grants are used up, so hopefully next year.
Moving on. Utility commission. Doug?
Hey,
We had a, utility organizational meeting before we had the regular meeting. We did some elections. We voted in Robert Afford as, utility commission president. And utility commission vice president secretary, we voted Ross Caniff. And the president appointed for public works, he appointed for, appointments for the commissioners to the committees, Public Works, Bart Coons, Plan Commission, Ross Caniff, Personnel Committee, Bart Coons, Ross Caniff, and Robert Affeld, and WPPI Energy, Nick Gallman, and alternate director for WPPI is Robert Affeld. That was the first part of our meeting. And then we went on to the Utility Commission meeting. We had two resolutions. Resolution 38-25, approve health insurance. Resolution 40-2025, approve raise and meeting pay for elected and appointed municipal officials and department heads. Utility accountants report. Review, discuss the possibility to approve the 26 preliminary budget. Electric superintendent's report. We discussed the possibility to approve the WPPI member loan. This is a 10-year loan at 0% interest and has a 1% administration fee. There will be a resolution written up when the loan is ready to finalize. Projects update. Installed 2 dead-end riser poles at Home Road and on Highway 26 by Clearview for the ATC construction. We've got a new system up and running. The poles that aren't in use anymore are down. We still have 15 spans to take down across the fields, waiting for ATC's track mats to be put down. Finished taking down the last 3 spans of the Fair Street underground conversion install. 3 of the 4 radar signs are now in town. We put up new outlets for the Christmas lights on Highway 26 poles, replaced from the tornado. And did a service upgrade on Oak Grove, East Oak Grove. Wastewater superintendent. Project update, gate at WWTP is done, fully automated. Troy and Brian worked on flushing hydrants. They had a water backup they had a culvert that was plugged up, but they got that taken care of. Monday night the 3rd, they had a water main break on West Main that we think started on the 1st, Saturday the 1st, infiltrated into the sanitary sewer and called American Leak Detection to find the leak area. They dug down about 2 feet and the road is completely undermined in the location. They put a band on the pipe and filled it back in. There could be about 100 feet of road that is undermined. There will probably be some settling because of it on the newly paved road. Suggest waiting to repave the hole until next year to avoid settling issues. The president received a letter from MIU thanking the commission for allowing Nick to participate on the board as a district official. That's about it.
There's one correction, that would be West North Street that water main is on.
All right. West North Street. What did I say?
Main
Oh. All right.
only runs north and south and through.
Maybe he's talking about the main break.
Maybe.
I did say main break. There was a water main break, yeah.
Any questions for Doug? Good report, Doug.
Thanks.
No questions, moving on. Any old business? New business?
Just old business, so we got a date yet when we're going to get together on the Clearfield. Because, to get everybody together, so we can do something with it. To see what we're gonna do.
You want to leave the closed session on that?
Right. But, yeah, it indicated other than Thursday night, you want me to
throw out some nights that work for me.
That would be great.
How soon are you thinking?
Whatever, I mean, it's. Police chief did do some investigating on the property and got a few answers. Is this a committee level thing or?
That's what I was gonna ask, is the whole
Council.
council?
I think the council, I think you and I are the only two that are holdover members from the original. From James too? But yeah,
I think maybe the whole council should be.
Yeah, I would think this would
Privy
be,
to what's
this would be a
going
whole
on.
council, then we got
that's fine.
public safety and public works have been both going on this.
Unless you wanna do it after, put a closed session on the next council meeting.
Fine with me.
That's more convenient.
That's more
For me.
You don't have to make a special trip, but it's gonna cost us less as well, so.
Right, yeah. I think that's.
So if you wanna, Kayla, you wanna pencil in a closed session,
For December's meeting?
and Dave Beal, you gave Dave Beal the statute numbers for
Right,
covering
yeah.
that, so if you don't have it, consult with Mr. Beal.
Okey-dokey.
Thank you, ma'am.
So would that be December 9th?
December 9th.
Just check.
No?
All right, sounds good. Any new business? Approve provisional licenses for 45 days for bartender's license, there are none. Approve regular bartender's license for 2025, expires June 30th, 2026. Kara Ernstead and Bailey Bannon. Is there a motion to approve those two?
Motion to approve those.
Motion by Fode, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Chapman. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So be it.
Motion by Runge,
Second.
second by Chapman. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? This meeting is closed.
What is the fastest one in a long time?
The attorney was here to keep us
Yeah.
in order.
That'd be good.